Let's be honest for a second. When most people hear AI cinema, they think complicated prompts, broken motion, or visuals that look impressive for 2 seconds and then fall apart. That's exactly why Higgsfield Cinema Studio feels like a shift instead of just another update. Higgsfield is one of the fastest growing Gen AI platforms right now, and their entire focus is making creation easier, not harder. Cinema Studio is their biggest step toward that goal. It's not just another AI video feature, it's a full cinematic workflow built for people who want beautiful shots without needing filmmaking knowledge. The idea behind Cinema Studio is simple. Instead of forcing you to animate chaos, it asks you to start with one intentional frame, like a director deciding the first shot of a film. From that frame, everything grows naturally. To show how this really works, instead of testing random prompts, let's actually create a short cinematic sequence, like a mini movie, using Cinema Studio step by step. We begin in image mode, because Cinema Studio always starts with a still frame. For the opening shot, I want a grounded, intimate detail shot that pulls viewers in immediately. Close-up cinematic shot of a girl's black boots stepping upward on a moving escalator, inside a metro station, soft ambient lighting, realistic textures, shallow depth of field, cinematic realism, calm atmosphere. I'm using ARRI Alexa 35 with a Canon K-35 lens at 50mm aperture f.1.4. 50mm keeps the perspective natural and human, while f1.4 gives me that shallow depth so the boots feel tactile and cinematic without distraction. Once I get a frame I like, I select the strongest image and move straight into image to video. For motion, I keep it simple. A static camera so the movement feels like we're rising with her. Now I want scale. Wide cinematic shot of a girl standing on a moving escalator inside a large metro station. Realistic lighting, subtle isolation. I'm using Sony Venice, ARRI Signature Prime, 35mm and aperture f.4. 24mm opens the space and exaggerates depth. f.4 keeps her sharp while still separating her from the background. Now you see, this shot is still not that zoomed out, so I am going to regenerate it with 14mm lens this time. The smaller the lens number, the wider the view. A 14mm lens shows more of the scene, so everything looks zoomed out. A larger number, like 50mm, shows less of the scene, so it looks more zoomed in. I convert this frame into video and add a gentle upward camera movement. Nothing dramatic, just enough to sell realism. The next scene is about isolation and anticipation. Back-angle cinematic shot of the girl waiting alone at a metro platform. Quiet atmosphere, cinematic lighting. I am using Sony Venice, Cooke S4 lens, 35mm and aperture f.4. 50mm compresses space slightly and keeps the moment intimate. Shooting from behind builds mystery. We still don't see her face. I did get my desired frame, but after a lot of trials this time. I have also tried multi-shot for this one, which is actually a really nice feature. If you're not sure what kind of angle you want, you can use it, and you can actually get some really good angles with this. I primarily used Higgsfield Cinema Studio for image creation, but also used Nano Banana Pro wherever I needed to make subtle changes to the images as per my requirements. So after finally getting the image I want, I turn the image into video with almost no movement, just subtle ambient motion to let the moment breathe. Now we introduce chaos, but normal chaos. Wide cinematic shot of a metro train arriving filled with commuters, motion blur. I am using Panavision Millennium DXL2, Panavision C-Series lens, 35mm and aperture f11. 35mm captures energy and crowd density without losing clarity. I convert this frame into video and add woman's movement. This is our last moment of normality. A medium close-up cinematic shot of a woman stepping inside a crowded metro train. I am using ARRI Alexa 35, 50mm f.1.4. Shallow focus isolates her emotionally, even though she's surrounded. I extend this into video with subtle motion, like we're standing in the train with her. Reality breaks here. Medium cinematic shot inside the metro as all people suddenly disappear, eerie silence, unsettling mood. I am using Sony Venice, Helios lens, 35mm and aperture f.1.4. The video motion is minimal, almost frozen. Fear hits. Close-up cinematic shot of the girl turning around in shock inside the empty metro train. I am using ARRI Alexa 35, ARRI lens, 50mm and aperture f.1.4. Compression and shallow depth amplify emotion. I add a handheld motion during video generation. Now, the reveal. I generated the last few images in Nano Banana in which the zombies are appearing suddenly inside the metro, and it's speeding up. Even though Cinema Studio did give me some images that were really good, but they weren't what I wanted, so Nano Banana here. Now let's turn these frames into videos. Now that we have all our frames, let's see the final result. Just for transparency, I did add some frames in between for better cohesion of the video. What really stood out while using Cinema Studio is how approachable it feels. You're not fighting the tool, you're not guessing technical settings, and you're not trying to fix broken results again and again. You just focus on the shot you want to create, and the system takes care of the rest. And the best part is, you don't need to know anything about cameras or lenses to get started. The camera and lens options are there to guide the look, not to confuse you. You can mix and match, experiment freely, and learn visually instead of technically. There's no right or wrong combination. Every choice just gives you a slightly different cinematic feel. If you've ever wanted to create cinematic shots without learning filmmaking or spending hours fixing AI generations, this is honestly one of the most practical tools out there right now. Take your time with it, experiment, and build your own visual language. That's where the real fun begins. I'll see you in the next one.